So in C, we have our fractions. So I'm going to label my equations. 1/3 x minus 3 over 8y equals 1. I'm going to get rid of the fraction in my first step. So I'm going to multiply by the lowest common denominator times 3 times 8. I'm going to end up with 24 over 3, which is 8x minus the 24 divided by 8 is 3. Then I have the times 3, which gives me 9y is equal to 24. So there's equation 1. Moving on to equation 2, I have negative 1 over 4x minus 1 over 8y is equal to 3 over 2. I'm going to multiply this by 8, the lowest common denominator, and that will get rid of my fractions as well. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. The 8's cancel out here, so I end up with negative 1y. 1.5 times 8 is 12, or I can do 3 times 8 divided by 2 is 12. Okay, so there's my second equation. Now I'm going to match the the x's, and then add them together. So I'm going to take equation 2. I'm going to multiply it by 4, and that's going to give me negative 8 minus 4y. Remember to make sure that you're multiplying every term in that equation, including the 12 to get the 48. I've now matched the coefficients. There's 0 terms, those cancel out. I'm going to add the y's together to get negative 13y. I'm going to add those together to get 72. Dividing both sides by 13 gives me solves for y, so I get negative number, and that's 72 over 13. So there's my solution for y. Okay, so I want to solve for x, so I'm going to substitute that into equation 2, and I'm going to use the first equation here, so for the whole number equation. So negative 2x minus the y is going to be negative 72 over 13, and that's equal to 12. So I've taken that y there, and I've replaced it with the solution that I got in the first part here. So solving for x, negative 2x, this is going to be plus 72 over 13 is equal to, now I need to convert that 12 into a fraction of 13 because I need to combine that with 72 over 13. So 12 times 13 gives me 156. So I'm going to change this into 156 over 13, just so that you can kind of see where this is coming from. This number became that number there. So solving for this, I get negative 2x is equal to 156. I'm going to subtract 72 over 13 from both sides. Since it's a common denominator, I'm just going to write that all over 13. Negative 2x equals, this becomes 84 over 13. Okay, and just checking my positives and negatives. That looks okay, so I'm going to divide by negative 2, and that's going to give me negative 42 all over 13, and that then solves for x. Okay, so there's my solution. My solution is going to be when x is negative 42 over 13, and y is negative 72 over 13.